So a very good afternoon to all of you. So today we are going to continue our lecture on finite convolution, and after that we will be studying how to determine or characterize the causality and stability of an LTI system. So just moving forward from the previous question, the question was, if somebody has skipped the previous video, this was the question that hn 1 2 1 minus 1 2 and xn is 2 minus 2 4. The shortcut method is very easy. Simply plot 2 minus 2 4, get the value of hn, that is 1 2 1 minus 1 2, and we will perform the finite time convolution. How? Simply 2 into 1, just have a look at this. 2 into 1 will give you 2, 2 into 2 will give you 4, 2 into 1 will give you 2, 2 into minus 1 will give you minus 2, 2 into 2 will give you 4. Okay. Similarly, we are going to multiply minus 2 by 1, it will give you minus 2, minus 2 into 2 will give you minus 4, minus 2 into 1 will give you minus 2, minus 2 into minus 1 will give you 2, so on. Once the values are obtained, then we have to look for the 0 point. How we are going to obtain our 0 point? Where exactly is the 0 point? It is of utmost importance for all of us. So it can be very easily obtained. The 0 point is very easy to obtain. We have to simply create houses, or I can say that we have to simply look at the intersection point of each of the houses. For example, this is first house, okay, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, seventh house. Now a very important thing is that 1, it is coming here, and this point coming here. Okay, so exactly at which point they are intersecting, that is of our importance. Okay, and that will be our 0 point. Okay, the point in which both are intersecting. Now we will add, that is 2, 4 and 2 minus 2. Now 2 minus 4 4, it will give you 2, and minus 2 minus 2 4, that is 4, 10 minus 8 and 8. Hence the continuous time convolution is, finite duration convolution is obtained. Now coming back to this term, x of n, h of n is half n un. Okay, it is the impulse response. Now xn is 1 minus 1 2, that is the input. Now again, what is left is that if corresponding to 1 by 2 n un, no, corresponding to impulse response, the output is half n u of n. Okay, now we have to write the value of xn, that is nothing but 1 minus 1 and 2. Again, that is obtained, 1 minus 1 2 is obtained. So that is delta of n plus 1 minus delta n plus 2 delta n minus 1. I am simply writing this into the discrete domain. Now look at this. After writing the signals in discrete domain, again applying the basics of linear time invariant system, that is LTI system. If the output of delta n is half n un, because half n un is the impulse response, if this is the output, then the output of delta n plus 1 minus delta n plus 2 delta n minus 1 will be hn. Delta n plus 1 is h of n plus 1, and delta n minus 1 is h of n minus 1. Yes, this is what time invariance does. We are simply performing the time invariance, first part. Okay, second part is that we are multiplying with the common thing. that is the homogeneity, and after that we are performing the additivity, that we are adding the signals. So yn is h of n plus 1 minus h of n plus 2h of n minus 1. So in this way, once the variables are obtained, once the variables or the answers are obtained, then we will simply add the functions. Once the addition is performed, then it is quite easy for evaluation. Yes, then we can easily get the values. Now again, a very important fact: if the limit of hn is from n equals to minus 1 to 3, then the length of the sequence is 5. Now take hn is varying from minus 1 to 1, so the length of xn is 3. So 5 plus 3 8, so the maximum length of the convoluted integral will be 8 minus 1, that is 7. 7 is the length of convoluted integral, if it is clear to you. Okay, now this was very important because in certain questions, examples, this is asked. Now before moving forward, I would like to discuss stability and causality. Have a look at this. This is a system hn equals to half 1 by n u of n minus 1, and we have to discuss the causality and stability of this system. It is very easy. Put n equals to 2, then it will becomes half u of 2. Again put 2 equals to minus 2, then it will becomes 1 upon minus 2 u of minus 3. So we can easily say that every time the input, that is h2, the impulse response of the system, is depending on the input of the past value. What will be the value of the input at a past instant of time? That is a deciding factor. Similarly, h of minus 2 is depending upon u of minus 3. This is again a past value. Okay. Now we have to look at the stability. The stability is very important. Suppose h of n is 1 upon n u of n minus 1. Then we will expand the series and try to write it. Obviously it will vary from n equals to 1. So it will be 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 by 4 and so on. Now the resulting sequence is 1 upon 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 7 plus 1 by 8 and so on. What will we do? How we are going to solve this sequence? Very easy. Look at this. This is 1 by 3, this is 1 by 4. A 1 by 4 will be smaller than 1 by 3. Yes. So we will replace this 1 by 3 by 1 by 4. Again this is 1 by 5, 1 by 6. We can replace this 1 by 5 by 1 by 8, 1 by 6 by 1 by 8, because these are all smaller values. So 4 1 by 8 values will be there. This is a very interesting case. Once these values are obtained, then the question is very easy. It becomes very easy. Now if we look at this sequence 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 8, this is nothing but 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 1 by 2 and so on. And a very important thing is that this sequence, this particular sequence is smaller than the above sequence. So if, just remember my point, if this sequence is coming out to be infinity, then we can surely say that a sequence larger than this will come out to be infinity also. For example, if we are having 2 and 3, if we are saying that 2 is going to infinity, then we can bluntly say that a number multiplied with 3 will, that same number multiplied with 3 will definitely go for infinity. That is what is happening now. This is a sequence comprising of starting from 1, the common ratio is 1 by 2 and going towards infinity. So I can say straight away say that the below sequence will also go towards infinity. Okay. So as the input was 1 by n u of n minus 1, a bounded thing, but the impulse response is simply coming out to be infinity, then we can straight away comment that the system is unstable, because hn has to be a finite value. If the impulse response of a system is not finite, then we can straight away say that that system is not at all stable. it is coming out to be infinite, so it is an unstable system. We have already checked for causality, it has come to be a causal system, so we can straight away conclude that it is a causal and unstable system. Thanks a lot for this lecture. Thanks a lot.